Hey guys, it is Thursday. I'm excited. It is Thursday. I'm super excited about what I'm about to talk about because, as y'all know, I am Belize Spivey. I am the STD life coach, so I help people with their herpes diagnosis. Now I'm, starting to step out and talk about sex in general because I'm realizing that it's something we talk about, but we're talking about it from a place of pleasure all the time, but not always protection. So today, as you can see on this live, I am asking, is safe truly safe? Is sex truly safe? And I say this because, and I'm about to be quote unquote devil's advocate in a sense, because I think we all think about this sometimes, and we may not say it to nobody, or we may say it among our friends because we know it's a safe space, and we don't want to be judged for what we're thinking or what we thought before. So these are my thoughts, and these are things I have heard people talk about, or I have talked about among people that I know or other activists. We are told that safe sex, hey love, we are told that safe sex is testing and protection, okay? That's what we've been told all our life. Use a condom, use a condom, use a condom. We also get tested, all right? Know your status, know your status, know your status. Now, this is my motto. My motto, and I'm looking down at my paper because I wrote a couple of notes. My motto is education. Safe sex is education, testing, and protection, okay? So that's my motto. But the motto we've been drilled in our head for so long is use a condom, you good. You get tested, you good. You get tested and you use a condom, you good. If, you trust that person, you good. You good, right? So I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I'm an individual and I believe education, testing, and protection is safe sex, but I get a partner and that partner thinks just them being tested every year, I'm going to say, because some people believe being tested every year is enough, because we get, mixed signals all the time. I tell you now, if you have every partner, you need to be tested. Every partner. If you got a new partner, you need to be tested. All right. If you have a new partner, you need to be tested. I'm a strong believer in getting tested prior. You know your status going into a relationship, and you know your status coming out of that relationship. Okay. Because life happens. Things happen. So going in and coming out. So it, what happened, where it came from. Because many people want to know, if I get an STI, I want to know who I got it from so I can address them deal with it, whatever, making sure that person gets tested and getting treated. So I'm a strong believer in, like I said, education, protection, and testing and education. Testing and protection. But if somebody else don't think the same thing, then is sex really safe? I am coming to see that safe sex, the main thing about safe sex, the two main important things is, yes, you need to make sure you have education. You need to make sure you're getting tested, and you also need to make sure y'all using protection. And if y'all choose not to use protection, that needs to be agreed upon, okay? Okay? Listen, agreed upon. Agreed upon. I'm going to say this. Guys, don't be taking off. If she says she want to use protection, it's protection. If you see him slip that condom off, you need to get up and go. Listen, as soon as you get an unction that he had disrespected you, you need to get up and go. Period. Because that stuff do happen. What we're not going to do is act like, oh, we grown. No grown person should be doing nothing like that. I'm sorry, but it is grown people out in these streets taking condoms off without consent. And I want you to know you have the right to be upset, and you have the right to leave and do what you need to do, which is getting tested ASAP. If you feel like that person's being dishonest or something they did wasn't right. Also, if you think you're pregnant, decide what you're going to do. Okay? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but decide what you're going to do or how you're going to handle that. Because at the end of the day, people do stuff all the time, and you're using protection, number one, to protect yourself from STIs and also from pregnancy. That's the main reason. Let's be honest. That is the main reason we're using protection. That's the main reason. The main unction of safe sex is only truly safe sex is surrounded around STIs and pregnancy. For so long, we've been talking about, that's what safe sex is about. It's about simply preventing from getting an STI and preventing from getting pregnant. Okay? I just want to bring that up because I think sometimes we tend to forget that. That's the main thing. That's the main reason why we do that. Okay, but this is my piece. This is my piece. Like I said, I'm playing a little Davis advocate. This is my piece. I'm realizing that safe sex is missing a major part. Okay? If we want to prevent getting an STI and we want to prevent from getting pregnant, what do we tend to not do? Communicate that. Okay? We have to get to a place. I feel like the biggest thing about preventing these two things is to communicate what you want to deal with and what you don't. How you want to prevent it and how you don't want to prevent it. If we're not communicating, then how can we fully prevent that? Okay? And let me say fully prevent it. When I say fully prevent it, okay, if you know you don't want to have any children, okay, you need to make sure he's wearing a condom and he's wearing it correctly and he knows how to properly use it. And then if you want to choose to use birth control, that's another route that you choose to use. It's 2 types of protection. If you know you do not want an STI, then you need to make sure you ask your partner for their test results and see them. Okay, or y'all choose to go together, wait to have sex until y'all have accurate test results. Or if it's an STI present that came out of the last relationship and, you're willing to stay with that person and work through it, wait sure their treatment is complete or their outbreak is gone or whatever else may be going on. They get whatever they need so y'all can move forward and still be safe. Okay? So my whole thing is, where's the communication piece? A lot of people are in relationships or having sex with people without communicating. Listen, we have to get out of having sex without talking. Okay, we have to get out of, I want to have safe sex, but not talking about how that looks for you and how that looks for them. Listen, y'all, it's okay with slowing down. Listen, we really need to slow down in this industry. And I say industry, within this sex environment. Because a lot of us are moving so fast. We're like, oh, girl, we was at each other's house and we was chilling and it just happened. We got to get out of this just happening mindset. We got to get out of this just allowing things to happen mindset. Because how are you going to be safe? Which is for you, most of us, what safe sex is, I'm going to keep saying this, which is preventing an STI or preventing transmitting one if you already have one to your partner. How we're going to do that and also not having pregnancy if we're not talking about how we're doing it. We cannot keep assuming. I'm going to say this to my men. Do not assume that don't assume that she's on birth control. Ask her, are you on birth control and what type? Are you up to date on your birth control? Okay, these are things to ask. If she take a pill, are you consistently taking your pills? If she's on a patch, have you changed your patch? Is your patch up to date? Is this the most recent patch? If you got Depo, have you got your Depo shot on time? Okay? Because that lax time, that in-between time can get you. If she not consistent, it can get you. If she got an IUD, okay, is your IUD expired? Do you need a new IUD? I'm just saying, this is things to ask. And I know we're not used to talking about this because I feel like we're lacking the education or the confidence to talk about it because we feel like we don't know enough to ask. But it's nothing but a simple question of asking a person, when the last time, or are you on birth control, or do you agree to using birth control? Is that something you want to do? If that person do not want to use birth control, now you got to make up in your mind as a man and ask yourself, okay, do I want to go about doing a natural pattern? Am I willing to take the time to learn the natural pattern? To contract her ovulation time. Track her period. We do it together to make sure she don't get pregnant. Okay? Or am I just going to walk away and say, man, no, I don't feel safe with that? You on birth control? Or no. It is. It's like, if you don't want to do it, I'm not going to force you to do it. But I'm going to step off and I can't take that risk because I don't want to have any kids right now. For example, for condoms, I'm going to say this. There's many people out here talking about they're allergic to condoms. It's many people saying, I hear many things. I'm allergic to condoms. They don't fit. I don't like how they feel. All these things. Even at my age, I am 32 years old. And I'm still hearing this. Okay? Then if you know you're allergic to latex, you need to take the time to find other condoms. Ladies, if you know you're allergic to latex, you need to have condoms available to you to give to your partner. Your partner's going to use only what he knows to use because he uses it and it works for him. He ain't allergic. You are. So now, since you know you are allergic, you need to find condoms, multiple sizes, because if you don't know your partner's size and it's a new partner, you have something available to him or y'all cannot have sex or y'all need to go out and find some. Okay? The biggest thing is taking the time, hey Malika, taking the time to have the conversations and get everything worked out and the kinks out. Because what's happening is you're messing around, having sex, somebody get pregnant. Oh my God, how did you get pregnant? Oh, how did I get pregnant? Interesting. But my whole thing is, well, you didn't ask no questions, where you didn't offer the time to slow down and also have the conversation with him. I really want all of us, everybody, if you're in a committed relationship and y'all haven't had these conversations, have them. Sit down and have them, okay? That's I'm gonna have to do a whole nother video of how to have these conversations and also how to take your time with the conversation. They don't all have to be a one sitting. It could be a multiple conversations, but also how you build your confidence to have the conversation and knowing it's the best thing for y'all relationship and not feeling like, oh my God, he gonna do this and he gonna do that. Or she gonna do this and she gonna do that. Okay, but how to have these conversations and you feel comfortable having having confidence to have the conversation and to work through it, as it may be uncomfortable for you guys, but knowing it's the most important thing to do. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about that next week because I'm coming on here every Thursday. So I just really want us to understand, when you don't communicate or talk about it or communicate what you're looking for or what you're trying to prevent, how is that? Then how is sex truly safe? Sex is safe when y'all communicate what you want and what you don't want. How y'all going to prevent things from happening? How y'all going to prevent it? Safe sex ain't just thinking that the condom and it. Listen, we've been doing it, but it's these STD numbers are still high. Pregnancy rates are still up. So it means something is not happening. Communication is not happening. We have to get to a point where you want to have sex with a person, that y'all didn't have this conversation before it get heated up in the room. Stop letting the heat turn up in the room and then don't have a conversation. And then you want to have a conversation where y'all laying in the bed after having sex. And you want to hey man, you on birth control, right? Oh, when last time you been tested, right? Listen, y'all, listen. Those conversations after are like literally the person feel like, really? Now you want to say something? Which you still have the right to ask it, but to me, you're late. You're late. You should have this conversation before. You don't want to have late conversations. Late conversations are always beneficial conversations. You're late. So it's better to have the conversations ahead of time so we can prevent it. I don't care what age bracket. Most of you guys who are on my page are 30 plus up. Okay, most people, everybody now that I have on my page are 30 and up. I don't care if you're 50. I don't care if you're 30. I don't care if you're 45. I'm talking to you too. Because at the end of the day, what I am learning, as the oldest we get, we are really skipping steps. The older we get, we're like, you grown, I'm grown, you should know better. That I know better thing has to die. That don't matter. What I know is not what you know. What I've been exposed to is not what you've been exposed to. So if we keep believing just because we all are grown that we should know, we are failing ourselves. Stop that. That got to stop, especially in our community. We got to stop that. You should know. Listen, it's so much stuff that people just don't know. And their age is not letting you, their age don't equal to their knowledge. It don't. Especially within this topic, sex, it don't. You would think, well, he should know this and she should know that. And no. Stop treating people like they know, because if you're treating people like they know, that's why you're failing to have conversations, because you think they know. And you think they're going to keep you safe because they should know that. They should know better. They should do this and they should do that. They should know that. No. You want to know how you learn if they know or not? It's to have a conversation where y'all both feel safe and y'all sit down and say, hey, sweetie, let's just have a sex talk. What did you learn? I'm going to tell you what I learned. I'm going to tell you what we learned. And you'll be like, man, I didn't even know that. And now you're not going to feel bad when y'all go in here and he don't know. And then you look at him crazy. Ladies, I'm going to say this. Make sure you understand what you need pertaining to what you want to deal with and what you don't. And guys, same with what you want to deal with and what you don't. Just know it. So when the conversation comes up, it's good. And also be the person willing to initiate these uncomfortable conversations. And really, I'm sick of saying it's uncomfortable. It shouldn't be uncomfortable at all. If you're choosing to be intimate with another human being, putting your body with another person's human body, you need to be comfortable in having these conversations. And the only way to make it comfortable is somebody stepping outside the box of what we're used to doing and start having a conversation before you lay down. Just because you're grown doesn't mean people know or you know. So once again, is sex truly safe? It's only truly safe when y'all are communicating. That's when safe comes in. Condoms, no condoms. Yay or nay, y'all agree upon. Birth control, no birth control, agree upon. Okay? If ST come up, how we going to deal with it? If pregnancy come up, what we going to do? Conversations. And that's my biggest thing is, y'all, I want us to have way more conversations before the act. Listen, I'm going to tell my business. I didn't do that all the time. I didn't because I didn't know. I didn't even know how to do that. I didn't know what that looked like. I was like, well, I'm good. I've been tested. Whatever. I've been tested. I know my status. I'm on my birth control. I'm good. Thinking that I'm good is not good, okay? Because, yeah, you need to be self-aware. You should be aware of yourself. But if you come in contact with another person, you need to make sure y'all on the same level. Y'all have the same understanding. And if y'all don't have the same understanding, if something happened, then it's a whole lot of attitude of you should have known and I should have blah, 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 blah. What ifs? The way to kill the what ifs is have a conversation before it all go down. That'll kill it. That'll absolutely kill it. So I just wanted to bring that up because I just want to, it was just a thought. I was like, what am I going to talk about today? And that's the thought that came in. Is sex truly safe? Is it truly safe? We've been taught one way for so long. Condoms testing. But if we're not having conversations, which most people are just slapping the condom on, or most people are just getting tested but not having conversations, STIs are still coming up. Okay? People are not using condoms still, or people are not properly using condoms still. Conversations, y'all. I'm going to keep drilling this into it. I'm not going to stop changing what I'm saying. I'm going to keep saying the same thing over and over and over. Hey, beautiful. Over and over and over, because what I'm realizing is that it's not second nature to us to have conversations before sex. It's not second nature. We need to make talking about having sex before having sex second nature. We're making having sex and then conversation second, and like our first nature. That's what we know first. We got to come out of that and start having the conversation before. So now we know what we're walking ourselves into, and we can make the decision we want to make. And then when we go into another relationship, we're doing the same thing over and over and over and over. What you do in your sex life right now is something that you believe was safe and you continue to do. It's something you believe was safe and you continue to do. But if you step back and ask yourself, how did that make me feel? What did I learn? What I wish I did differently? Now you got to practice doing that. So now that becomes second nature to you. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I hope this helped. Share the video with somebody. I just really want you guys to kind of like open your mind to say, you know what? I got to do something different. If I don't like how this turning out, if I want to see my sex life be safe like I really want it to, I need to make sure me and my partner have conversations. And we really want to make this a norm. We need to make this a norm. So if you're an individual who are dealing with an STI and need help getting your confidence up, I am your girl. I'm going to help you get your confidence back to life. So book a session. That information is below or above. So you can book that session with me. I still have some sessions available for this week. So book it. So that's all I want to say. I love you. You know where to find me. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.